When it comes to job hopping, it's something of a double-edged sword. If you do it right, it makes you look ambitious and hardworking and can send your career to the next level. However, if you do it wrong, it makes you look unreliable and flaky, which gets you ignored by hiring managers and sends your career into a downward spiral. That's why when you go online, you see so many debates about the exact timing of when you do job hops. Is it every 6 months or a year? Or are you more conservative and do it every 3 or 4 years? What's the answer? Well, in today's video, we're going to review 4 questions that you should ask yourself before your next career move. Now, my name is John Doble, and I'm a professional with over 10 years of experience in operations, product management, and leadership, and I'm here to help you get the most value for your time at work. You only have so many hours in a day, you should get paid the most for them. When it comes to the question of how frequently you should change jobs, the answer, unfortunately, is it depends. However, based on your answer to 4 questions, you can really get a sense of the timing and frequency that you should change jobs, as well as the kind of jobs that you should be applying for. And these 4 questions are: 1. Is your work more routine or is it project-based? 2nd, how long have you already been job hopping for? 3rd, you should go out and ask yourself, is this a lateral move or are you going up in seniority? And 4th, you need to ask, are you trying to master something? When it comes to the type of work that you do, you can divide it into 2 categories, routine or project-based. When your work is more routine, it is comprised mostly of tasks that you do day in and day out with very little variation. For example, if you work at a call center, you know that you'll be answering phone calls. Or if you work as a nurse at a clinic, you know that you'll be seeing patients and performing a routine battery of assessments. You know what you're going to do before you even clock in the morning. As a result, because you're doing these same tasks so frequently, you can master the job faster and change jobs faster every year or so. Conversely, if your work is more project-based, you should really consider spending more time in that role. The reason for this is that project-based work is very nebulous. Every single day, it's going to be a little bit different. You can never fully predict what you're going to do. On top of that, the work that you do perform can take days, weeks, months, even years to finish. And because you need to do something several times in order to get good at it, the length of these projects mean that you need to go out and stay in that role for longer to truly gain expertise. For example, if you are an engineer who builds bridges, it will take a while to go out and build several bridges and get good at that work. Or if you are in the business of designing and launching a new series of cars and trucks, well, it will take time to design, manufacture, and get those vehicles to market. As such, when your work is defined by projects, you can probably spend, I would say, at least 2 years in that role before moving on. There is one implication of this, however. When you're younger, you'll be doing more routine work, and as a result, you can go out and change jobs faster. However, as you get older and you gain seniority and you're doing more project-based work, you will change jobs slower and slower over time. So as you progress through your career and you notice you're not job hopping quite as much as you used to, that's totally natural. That just comes with the territory of gaining seniority in the workplace. That being said, if you don't want your career to slow down too much, this is where strategic career planning comes into play, and I have a whole other video out there that you can watch to learn more about that. The second question to ask yourself is, how long have I been job hopping already? If you've been changing jobs every year for 5 years, that just creates a ton of red flags to hiring managers. It creates this impression that you are unreliable, that you are running away from a bad performance review, or that you are quitting before you can get fired. This is a huge issue, especially in this day and age where companies do not share internal performance review information or references to other companies due to various legal reasons here in the US. So anything that creates the impression that you are unreliable will cause hiring managers to put your resume into the trash bin. As such, if you've been changing jobs more frequently in the recent past, I would spend a bit more time in your current role before moving on to the next. Because if you keep on changing jobs, you'll find that you'll be having a harder and harder time getting the next one. And if that next job is the one that you really, really want, it's a painful experience. So consider spending a bit more time in your current role. The next question to ask yourself is this move lateral or am I moving up in seniority? In general, lateral moves don't make sense from a job hopping perspective. Unless you are grossly underpaid by industry standards, or you are leaving an abusive working environment, or you are moving to a different city or state, you just shouldn't do it. You should not consider it unless it is one of those three scenarios. The reason for this is that when your resume shows a history of only lateral movements, it creates an impression that you are stagnant, not a high performer, or that you are simply out there chasing money and you're not really interested in growth. And both of these situations are ones that hiring managers don't like dealing with. Think about it from their perspective. If you were hiring somebody, who would you want to work with? Would you want to work with somebody who is ambitious and hardworking and is interested in growth, or someone who is stagnant, not going anywhere, and is only there for the money? It's not a tough call. So as such, I really encourage you to aim high where possible and to be very selective with your lateral moves because it can bite you in the butt. The final question to ask yourself is this something that I want to master? Is it something that I am passionate about? Do I feel that this particular set of work skills will set me up for future success? If that is the case, you should spend more time in that role. As a mentor of mine once told me, the first year that somebody's in a position, they're just learning it. By year 2, they get good at it. By year 3, they're a star. So if you are a manager and you want to enter senior leadership, you should probably spend a bit more time in your first management position just to master the core skills. Or if you are in construction and you want to start your own construction company, it'll probably pay off if you spent a few more years mastering how to lay flooring, install plumbing, install cabinetry, etc. You do need to change jobs to get ahead and to gain a diverse set of experiences. However, if you are in a position that you know will set you up for future success, you should just focus on it and excel at it. Doing that will pay off far more in the long run than just forcing yourself to change jobs to adhere to some arbitrary set of guidelines. To wrap things up, there are 4 questions that you should ask yourself to really understand when you should change jobs and the kind of jobs that you apply for. And these 4 questions are, is my work routine or project-based? How frequently have I been changing jobs already? Next, is this a lateral move or a move up in seniority? And finally, is this a role that I want to master? Is this work that I want to master? If you answer these 4 questions, you will just have a much better understanding, a much better grasp of what you need to do to get ahead and get the things that you want. That being said, if you found this content at all helpful, please click the subscribe button below for more videos. I'm here to help you out, and I hope you have a great day.